Push that more towards the middle, would you?
Yeah.
Hey folks, we are back with session 2 of Masks: The New Generation.
Technically 3.
No, the first session counts as a session 0, actually. It's character creation. That's why we're on session 2 of the actual game.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I thought so. We've got some new villains we'll be meeting tonight. You guys are off to meet Luna, and hopefully getting some leads on your patrol. Now, we are a smaller than normal group tonight, it seems. Unfortunately, sometimes life does get in the way. How do we want to do this? Do I want to adjust any cameras in case anyone else shows up? No. If I do that now, everyone will show up in 2 seconds, and we'll just go. Go with it. So when last we left, a couple of you were planning to go visit Luna, Helios's ex-partner, who has been captured, I believe, and is currently being held in prison.
Yes, indeed.
Now, if I recall correctly, who all was going?
Me.
Oh yeah, I changed my mind and decided to go.
Yeah.
So me and... This?
Daybreak.
And I believe Captain Justice was going too, but he's not here today. So do we want the Wrecker to join you guys as well? So since we got the 4 of you here?
Yeah.
All right.
That way you'll be included. Instead of just kind of sitting there and going...
So we had decided that you guys were going to a maximum security prison that does hold supervillains. Let go. So we're going to show this off once and for all. Justin printed this for Ezreal. It is a Seamoth from Subnautica. It's really cool. You can even see the little turbine props in here. So when he goes in the bath, you can play with it like a submarine.
I'm not sure it would function very well in the back.
But in the meantime, I'm going to take it away from him so we can actually focus on playing.
Okay.
And I don't mean playing with this, I mean playing the game.
Yes.
There we go. So, you guys are heading to a maximum security prison. We hadn't really defined where it was or what it looked like.
It was the boat.
You had said the boat. Does anybody else want any other
What do you mean by
aspects?
the boat?
Instead of the raft, it's
He's
the
doing
boat.
a knockoff of the Marvel Universe prison.
Got it.
Oh.
So it is literally on a boat? A big boat?
Sure. Why not?
I like a big boat. I'm down with
And you
it.
cannot lie?
Yes.
You like big boats?
Yes, and I can.
Okay, so it is a... Let's say it's like an old super cargo carrier that is slowly moving around throughout the area. Prisoners are held both below decks and in
Crates. Like giant storage.
like giant storage crates that you would see like on the back of a semi-truck.
And it's constantly moving, like it only makes stops every
Yeah.
stop so that
No
other
one-
villains can't
The
get a
other
trace
villains
on
can't
it.
quite get a lock on where it is. Okay, that's really cool. I like that.
Stealth.
And like, it wouldn't be, communicated. It would just kind of be like, I feel like going here. That would make most sense. So that interceptions can't be made.
They would need some way to prepare for people to get to the supplies that they're going to need to load on and stuff.
I guess.
So it's probably like actually a small flotilla of boats that sort of maneuver around, and those boats are connected, and some boats will go to shore, some won't. You guys are a new team. You really don't have a lot of connections yet. And you don't have Captain Justice here tonight. How are you arranging to visit Luna on the boat?
Not daybreak.
I guess we just go and register for a visit during visitation hour.
During visitation hours. Okay. Even supervillains have rights. Are you guys all going as your superhero personas? I mean, you don't have a non-superhero persona, so...
I sort of am one and the same.
Okay.
I mean, they'd probably be a little more
They-
Little. I mean,
they're willing to let you guys on. That's not a big deal. I'm just kind of curious how you were arranging it. So you go to one of the. There's probably several on the city where the auxiliary boats from the boat itself. It's universally called the boat, even though there's several now. And then you go to one of these docks where the auxiliary boats will come to port and pick people up and you get taken below deck, so you don't really know where you're going. Any electronic devices you're asked to turn in. Are you trying to smuggle anything on board?
they ask for electronic devices, and I just kind of turn my head so they can see and go, seriously.
They hand you. Yes, of course, we understand your condition is an exception. However, we do require that you wear this, and they hand you basically a large bracelet that looks like it's a copper band that's got like a cage around it, and you can see a little bit of current flowing through the cage. It's basically a Faraday cage, so any signals that you would send out will get sucked into that.
Okay.
Okay? Okay?
So did we say cities or superhero costumes?
Superheroes. Okay? So you're taken below deck. You're given your Faraday cage bracelet. Everyone is given a bracelet of their own that is like a GPS coordinated lock like thing for where you are. And you're taken, the boat floats out, or goes out to it, you're below deck, you can't see where you're going. You're on the boat for about an hour and a half before you hear the sound of a docking clamp connecting it to another boat. And then a port opens up on the side of the room you're in, which is filled with a variety of people, right? A lot of families are in it. You know, apparently you guys chose Family Day to visit.
Of course. We are family of Luna, after all.
So you've got all these different like groups of little kids with their mom. You've got a couple of dads taking their kids to see their mom, things like that. And you're brought out into the room. Everyone's kind of brought in one group at a time. Who are you here to see?
Luna.
Okay, we'll arrange that. And you're taken to a room. It is a kind of a glass partition. You can tell that the glass is probably about a foot thick. And a few minutes go by, and you see sort of this red light on the opposite side of the wall flash from red to green, and the door slides open, and in walks Luna. Luna is about 7 feet tall. She's slender and like crouched down, and her knees sort of bend at this odd angle. And they're not really their knees, but her feet are paws. Her face is sort of extended like a wolf, and she's covered in fur.
Got it.
And she walks in and she like just glares at you and is almost growling at this point.
Okay.
Sort of, and you can kind of see the hair on the back of her bristling a bit. Like she's not very good at keeping the fact that she's not thrilled by this situation happy.
Would she recognize me?
Yes. Oh yeah. She recognized you right away.
Oh, because.
Because I'm a reformed supervillain and I worked with Helio.
Oh, okay.
Helio was the one that killed my girlfriend,
Got it.
which is one of the reasons why I flipped.
Got it.
One of the reasons or the reason?
What's the main reason? Sorry, I'm sure there's more.
Okay, so who's speaking up first? What are you guys doing here?
I guess it'll be me.
Okay,
It's like, hi, Luna.
kind of like growling at you, growling.
How have they been treating you in here?
Same as always. The meat's raw, which is good.
Kind of what I expected. So,
Are we aware that you were once a villain? Or...
yes, because I think there was an incident or something where
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So. Oh, what was my?
Where's
No, we need like to work up to it. There's a. There's a. Or Helios, he ran off with a stash that I'm looking for, or part of my cut.
You don't get part of your cut anymore. You went straight. We have a new follower. Thank you, Justice.
Yay! I wonder who that is.
Justin. Justin's already followed.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't have my phone right here.
You don't get cuts anymore.
I'm owed what I'm owed.
I haven't seen him in months. It's not like he comes and visits.
I need to know if you know any of his other places that he hangs out. If you could let me know, and I'm try and contact him there. Or do you have a way of contacting him?
Why?
He owes me money. I should say he owes me money.
There's not a lot of places he'd go. You could try. I mean, you're kind of getting them to. I'm just trying to. I mean, there are certainly moves that you guys can look at doing in these circumstances. Keep that in mind. Remember, you
That's
have.
right. That's right.
Because you are talking to them, right? So there is the fiction that's been established of you trying to connecting with them. So you could certainly look at doing things like assessing the situation. You could try and pierce the mask.
Yeah, I was thinking about Pierce the Mask, but I can't remember.
Are there just general powers?
Yeah, these are called basic moves. Does everybody have a copy of this?
I have one. It's in my bag.
No? Okay. So those are basic moves that everyone has access to on the one side. And then you all have your own special custom moves as well.
All right. All right. I could go with Pierce the Mask,
Okay?
and one of my special moves is. Oh wait. Yeah, one of my special moves is called Wrong Side of the Tracks. You always get to ask an additional question when you pierce the mask of a villain, even on a miss.
Okay?
When you pierce the mask of a hero, or your call, add this question to the list. What was your darkest moment? Okay. So, I'm going to try to pierce the mask with Luna.
Okay. So give me a 2d6 roll, and you want to add your mundane.
6 plus 1 is 7.
So so that's a partial success.
Yeah.
You get to ask one of the following: what are you really planning? What do you want to do to me? What do you intend to do? How could I get your character to blank? How could I gain influence over you?
Okay. I think the last two are almost the same. It's like, how could I get you to tell me how to contact Helio? Or how would I get influence over you? And if I have influence over you, then I could get you to tell me how to contact Helio.
And you also get a bonus question because you're
Yeah.
you're not the delinquent, the reformed.
Yep. So. Yeah, I get to ask an additional question. Always, at the next one. So first I'll ask my additional question right now. What was your darkest moment?
So keep in mind that when you're asking this, you're kind of gleaming this not necessarily from things that she is saying,
Oh, okay.
but you're also gleaming, like, she's not just going to say, "Oh, my darkest moment was blank," right?
Okay.
It's part of the discussion that's going back and forth, right?
Oh,
like
I get it, I
you
get it.
might be triggering a memory in yourself of a story that she told you about when she was when you worked
Oh.
together and stuff like that. the darkest moment that from her darkest moment was she had been tasked with securing the guards in a building on a raid during a full moon, and she has control over when she changes, but she doesn't always have control over how bestial she gets, depending on the phase of the moon.
Okay.
And in this case, nobody really knew that at the time, and so she had been tasked by herself to go take over this guard booth and take out the guards, and she did, and she ate them.
Oh, jeez.
Is that what she was caught for? I guess we don't know that.
Well, no, you could probably have found that out.
Saying we had that.
She was caught more for robbery.
Got it.
I mean, she certainly is known for. She is a violent, but she's not known as a killer.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that was her darkest moment.
All right. How could I gain influence over you?
You would have to be able to do something to either reduce her sentence or make her incarceration easier.
I don't know if that helps. Okay.
I mean, you do know you can, for example, transfer items to prisoners, like, you know, you can put money in their accounts.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that. I mean, to a certain extent, right? The more dangerous the villain is, I mean, some of them are probably literally kept in a coma. Some of the really powerful ones, but for someone like this, who's, you know, was arrested for robbery and isn't known for killing, although you do know her darkest moment, you could threaten that too.
Okay. Well, I was a villain, so I think I can. I'll only be a dick if I want to play hardball, and I don't know if I want to play hardball yet.
Okay.
Why are we negotiating with this criminal? We should have.
You suggested it.
I did not suggest negotiation. We should communicate with the guards and tell them to incinerate their corporeal body through the strength of 1,000 suns if they do not give us what we want.
She's laughing. You really don't understand this, do you, Daybreak? That's not how prisons work here. Stupid alien.
Prisons do work here a little different. Hold your horses.
They're all about,
You mean your prisons are not equipped with the force of 1,000 suns?
no. Well, actually, we do have a guy in the basement, I think, in the hole. He actually is called 1,000 Suns.
You have to write that down.
I'm
now.
going to.
See,
Yeah,
what they want
the prisons are partially about
the torture of being able to do nothing all day. for their-
reformation.
Say you guys had two different.
They're partially about being reformed. Repaying your debt to society, then try to reform.
or just, being bored for the rest of their life.
So, bottom line here, guys. Let's get this moving.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't. Well, actually, I don't have anywhere to be. So, we've got. You want to find Helios, and
Yep.
you want me to help you.
Yes.
What's in it for me?
What do you need? See if I can do something for you in here.
Well, if you get me out of here, I can. I'll help you track him down. I can smell that bugger a mile away.
I don't think that one's in the cards. How about something for your cell?
How about
Or some funds for the commissary.
How about you get me out on a furlough? I mean, I've heard of other hero teams. You guys are a team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less.
I've heard of other teams, taking a villain out to help catch another villain. Maybe you can arrange that.
Don't those all end badly?
That's beside the point.
Oh,
They'll slap a collar on me and I'll sniff him out for you and get some time off my sentence.
See if we can arrange that for you.
You do realize that we're
be a
probably going
problem.
to take you through living hell, though, right?
You're not really very good at this, are you? Negotiate. You're trying to encourage. I can go back to my cell, and she turns to start walking away.
You do realize that being out there still is better than being in your cell.
That's what she just said.
You've not provoked someone roll. Yes.
I didn't hear what he said the first time.
He said you do realize we're going to make your life a living hell.
What?
Well,
Did you hear what I said before that?
no.
He was
said-
trying to be nice to her.
No,
Oh.
I said we'll actually talk and see if we can
Oh,
get you out of here, or get you out on the temporary
Well,
out.
woman has been provoked now.
The woman has
or
been provoked,
potentially-
so let's see what she does.
how do you do that?
2 dice, and it is a superior that you add to it. It is
I have a
this
zero.
one.
Hey, Rena, does this smell like chloroform? Ah.
So you're going to roll 2 dice. So on a 9,
Nice.
when you provoke someone susceptible to your words, which this person is, they're angry. They raise the bait. Okay.
Isn't
You're an idiot. She just goes off on you. Does not even talk you. You have no sense of what you're doing here, kid. You're just you don't get it. This is hell in here. Getting out there is going to be, even for an hour, is better than being in here for a year. If you can get me out, that's the only way I'll help.
All right.
So she's basically said, this is what you have to do, and she's at least set her terms for you guys at this point, because he provoked her, and she's going to do it if you guys can get her out.
Okay. All right. Thanks. We'll get back to you.
Okay.
As we exit, or she's taken out of the
Yeah.
room.
Before you're even allowed to leave, she sort of taps on the door, and the light flashes from green to red again as it opens. Or sorry, it goes from red to green again, and sort of airlock to take her, and
Yep.
then when she's gone, your door opens again.
All right.
Is she truly a formidable ally if we were to take her out? Is she lying? As criminals do.
She'll. There's a good chance she'll be able to help us if we can keep her restrained.
You know from your time with her, her power set is basically very wolfen. Amazing sense of smell.
speed?
Probably speed strong.
Fast with her teeth and her claws, and agile. Like she can jump and leap and pretty fast.
Okay.
Like not super speed, but
Very agile.
it is 7:30 on the nose. You're gonna step out and do that? Yeah. Okay. Yep. No, I did it.
Okay. Then we should speak to whatever emperor rules this prison quadrant.
Yeah, well,
Although they must be a weak prison ruler if they do not have any sons to fry the brains of these people.
we'll speak to the warden.
Yeah.
Warden.
That's the warden.
Emperor Warden, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're brought out to one of the guard. Like basically, there's a guard waiting for you on the other side. Very basically sort of fatigues type thing, very militaristic almost. You can see he is armed with a sidearm and a stun baton. You can tell that the gun has sort of like stuff on the handle so that it's identified to him. You know, it won't work for anyone else type thing. You just sort of recognize that technology. What are you guys doing?
Ask him if we can.
Ask him. Talk to him.
Can you take us to the warden?
Soups. Come on. Yeah, he's kind of used to these sort of weird requests when superheroes come to the island, come to the boat.
Okay.
I don't know if the warden's available, but I'll get you to one of his attachés.
Okay.
You are led to one of the higher decks on the sort of towards the back of what you assume is the boat.
Okay.
Still no windows. You're taken into a small sort of sitting room. There's pictures of famous heroes on the wall that have been on the boat. Some of them are signs, some of them are just pictures. And there is a receptionist sitting there, and she's, good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm here for, the technical term is meta relations. How can I assist you today?
Are you Emperor Warden?
No, I am not. The warden is actually on the mainland right now for the funeral.
Yes, we were here to. What did you say your title was?
Meta relations.
Okay.
She's Janice.
Janice. Hi, Janice. I'm Stone Fist, and this is our superhero team. We got Daybreak.
The Wrecker.
Black Flame? Dark Flame? Black Flame?
And Black
And then,
Black Fire.
Flame.
as his character is
Black Flame.
Black Flame.
Okay. And Black Flame here.
It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I have heard of what?
Oh, sorry.
I have seen pictures of you, Daybreak. You're pretty memorable.
Yes, I am of a superior form. Thank you.
Yes, I do strongly believe that the multi-limbed gelatinous tentacle form is probably more superior than the four-limbed human form.
It is refreshing to meet someone like you, Janice.
Yeah, thanks.
Attached member of Emperor Warden.
No, I'm not attached.
She works for him.
Daybreak leans over and says, I was told this was an attaché.
You're close.
I will get this human lingo yet.
So how can I assist you, gentlemen?
We're on a mission for Captain Justice,
Oh,
and one of your prisoners has the ability to lead us, help trail another supervillain, and we need to know what we need to do to get her out for a day.
well, who... she's typing in like on her little laptop tablet thing right away. So you want to take someone out of the prison for a day?
Yes, on a yes, to
Okay.
help us with a case.
Well, that normally that's something that we require. More experienced, more senior members of the meta community to be involved in. And she has sort of identified all of your names. Are you using a different name from when you were a villain?
Nope, same name.
Same name? Yeah. I think we've got you as an associate. Sorry, you haven't actually said who you wanted out yet, have you?
Luna.
Okay. I'm sorry, Mr. Stonebridge, but you're actually listed as one of her known associates.
That's why I'm on this case, actually. Is because I know more about her.
Okay.
And it's actually tied to something from my past that she's the only one who can help me dig it up.
Well, Normally, this would require special dispensation from the warden himself.
We were hoping to find him today.
Well, yeah, I kind of get that.
So,
She's really nervous.
How can I help you help me, Janice?
We could give you personal autographs.
How do you do like a
A persuade.
persuade roll?
Well,
What
there's
is that?
There's persuade with best interests.
Oh, where is
I
it?
don't think we can get one that works.
That's an adult move, actually.
Oh, adult move. Okay. Yeah.
So,
What are peripheral moves?
the basic moves are on the front here.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily front.
Yeah, when looking at them, I couldn't really see.
Piercing the mask would let you know more about, who she is or what she's doing.
Okay.
I mean, so you could try and gain influence over them.
How would you do that other than through provoke?
Yeah. Where are the basic moves in here?
You should hit on
Provoking someone is one of the main ways you make other characters do what you want. This isn't just through straight up manipulation, though. Provoking someone isn't about trying to convince them to do it or offering them something you want. It's about pushing the right buttons to get them to do what you want. Your words don't have to match your intent as long as you're pressing the right buttons. You can only really provoke someone who is susceptible to your words. Now, I mean, obviously she does have some connection to superheroes, so she might be more susceptible to it. Sometimes if you're able to say the right thing to get someone, especially if you've already pierced their mask, but sometimes they'll just kind of ignore you, right? So if you try and pierce their mask first, it'll give you more information about who they are and what they're going to want.
Got it.
And then try and, push them to do what you want.
Okay.
So this is more like about a metaphorical mask then, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
You should hold her hand and be like, you look nervous. Hit on her.
Or you could. It's like, you look nervous.
Yeah.
Well, you keep going and I'll.
Okay.
With your slimy tentacles.
All right. Yeah. Well, if we have to go back and tell Captain Justice that you couldn't get us going today, I understand.
Captain Justice would be so disappointed.
Yeah.
As I've learned from Captain Justice, America would be.
All right. You know what? I'm going to say you're clearly trying to provoke a reaction from her.
I'm gonna say, not on purpose, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think genuinely he just thinks that would disappoint America.
Yeah, because he honestly believes that.
Yeah.
And for all you know, it would.
So it's 2
2 dice, and you're adding
superior, right?
provoke someone would be superior, yes.
So 5, 7. So I got a mixed success. So you choose one of the things.
Oh, we can't have America be disappointed, but I can't do anything without. Sorry, do they choose or do I choose? They can choose. On a 7 to 9, they can choose to. They stumble. I think they're going to err. They're going to make the mistake and say that. Well, I can't. Even for Captain Justice, we can't do anything without the Warden's permission unless you have Form 3597 filled out.
Oh, 3597.
And she kind of stumbles and swallows when she said it. Yeah, 3497.
Do you have one of those handy?
Yeah. It's
What's wrong?
It's a meta. She pulls out this sort of clipboard that's got a stack of paper on it, and it's a meta emergency relations form. It looks like a pad of paper. It'll probably take you 2 hours to fill it out. She's like, if you guys fill this out and agree to take 2 guards with you as her handlers, then yeah, we can do this.
All right.
All right.
All right. People who read, write, and understand English very well, sit down on this table with me and let's get to work.
Okay.
He has
So
all the arms,
everyone
though. He might be able to write faster.
He's not the best person to answer these questions.
We do not have written language where I come from. We do not understand.
So, given the who's filling out the form? The two of you?
3.
Three of you are filling out the
Sure.
form together?
Yeah.
Okay. It'll probably take you about an hour and a half.
Okay.
It's not going to cut off a lot of time. You get the form filled out. Janice, the meta relations person on duty, is like tapping in the notes. She basically looks at like 4 different things on this entire stack of paper that really matter to her, and types it all in. And all right, I've put in the request. If you gentlemen would like to head down to Dock 4, I'll have the guard who's been waiting for you outside escort you there.
Okay.
And they'll bring Luna with you, and you guys can go and help her and get what you need. The expectation is that the guard is you are responsible for the guard's safety.
Okay.
You are responsible. The guards are responsible for Luna herself.
Okay.
But you're responsible for taking care of some parts of it too.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you, Janice.
You're welcome, Daybreak. It's a pleasure to meet you. And she reaches out a hand.
Daybreak has learned this because it is the way
That they greet?
Americans greet.
Okay? When you pull your tentacle back,
Yes.
you actually can see a series of numbers that were transferred, kind of like she had written her phone number
Got it.
on her hand in a Sharpie. So as she touched your hand, it sort of transferred onto it, like old Bazooka Joe Dumb or something. And there's a guard outside waiting for you.
Okay. So let's head down to Dock 4.
Okay. The guard takes you down to Dock 4. It's not at all like the dock where you guys were originally brought in on, one of the main boats. It's basically like a smaller hangar in sort of what looks like sort of like a moon pool almost. For there's like boats that are sitting there.
Yep.
And these are more like fast cigarette boats, but they've got a cover on them. You are ushered onto the boat and into the bow of the boat, and you're kind of all sort of scrunched down in there. A few minutes go by. Luna is ushered in, and you've got she's sort of like crouched down, almost doubled over in this small confined space. They attach, her hands are behind her, and they've got like shackles that attach right to the hull of the boat. And she's got this collar that's not unlike the one on his wrist, but it's got a few more different like currents of energy flowing through it.
Okay.
And you can see just out of the back of the boat, there are 2 guys on the boat who are standing at the back. They're kind of like they like step at the back of the boat and are almost locked in, and they're in what looked like some sort of Iron Man style armor.
Cool.
One of them's got like a gun that would swing forward, things like that.
Okay.
Janice would have made it clear to you that if there's an issue, they are there for Luna. They will not get involved in any superhero fights or anything else like that, except to apprehend and deal with Luna.
Okay.
A few moments go by. You hear a voice come on over the intercom. Prepare for launch. and you are basically like shot out of the side of the boat, and like hit the water, and go flying through the water.
All right. So, Luna, where should we start?
Let's get to land first. It's hard to smell anything out here.
Okay. We'll just catch the scent on a random place on land.
Oh, I do.
Okay. I didn't realize it was that powerful. Your sense of smell was that powerful.
It'll give me a place to start.
Okay.
Probably like, maybe start at the north end, the east side of the city.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we are at 7:10 or 7:50, I should say. So we're going to take our quick intermission, and we'll be back when the group gets to the city. Hey everybody, welcome back. So you guys have made it to the land. It's taken about 45 minutes. Obviously the boat you were on is going much faster. You are let out of the hole. You're dropped off basically at one of the, as we said earlier, several points along the Halidron City where you can debark for the boat. And you are taken to basically let out. You're brought on board out to the mainland. You're the guards that are with her have attached a, for lack of a better term, a lead to her collar, and they have pressed. Basically, they do something on one of their armbands, which you can see sort of like a control panel. And one of the, you remember I was saying there are different colors of electrical energy that sort of seem to be flowing through their collars? Yeah. One of them has stopped, one of the colors has disappeared.
Okay.
Okay, we've activated her sense of smell, or her senses.
Thank you.
All right. So, what part of town? We're in the east side of town?
You are on the east side of town, which generally, at this point, it's probably warehouse and docks.
Okay.
It's the outskirts of town, although it is probably the closest you will get that's outskirts to downtown.
Okay. Well, let's get to work.
Okay. She, you see her kind of like sniff the air and look around, and she... It's really faint here. Let's try going north.
Okay.
Okay.
We head north.
Okay. She breaks into a trot, like she's running at this point.
And the guards are. Well, I guess the guards still have a runner.
Yep. Yeah, the guards are following along. I mean, if you guys say go north, that's where they're going to take her, right?
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys are kind of just running along with her at this point?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Daybreak has an eye on her.
Okay.
He's ready to see what she does.
Okay. You can see her every so often. She'll stop and she'll like sniff at the air.
Okay.
I mean, she's definitely trying to find something you fit her. You would all estimate. Does anybody want to do any prepare any moves or anything? Like you're keeping an eye on her. Is there anything special you want to do?
I'm going to assess the situation.
Keep in mind, you can also comfort and offer comfort and support. I know some of you have conditions already. Comfort and support is a way to clear conditions.
Right.
It is also a way to shift some of your labels. We add to the team pool, which we didn't do.
What's a team pool?
Where am I? Team pool. Is that on the?
Yeah, it's on this.
Yeah, it talks about the team pool on there. I'm just looking at the team pool stuff because I don't remember it.
Might just be in the book.
No, it's on one of my play aids, I thought, but I'll look it up.
It says sort of what you can do with it.
Is it?
The leader of the team. So team mechanics. When you enter a battle against dangerous foes, a team add 2 to the team pool. And then there's like anyone working with the team can spend. I actually don't know.
Team moves. Building team moves.
Roll. What's that?
Your vision. Oh, how
Helicron.
no peripheral.
Peripheral
Your,
moves.
Those are they're
never
secondary moves, basically.
Sorry. Peripheral.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into team moves this week, or not team moves, but the
Mechanics?
team pool.
Oh.
Yeah.
and I will double check how that works. I know I've seen references to it, and I just don't remember what it was. Sorry, people.
How dare you?
I know you get a certain number of points, and you can do different things with them.
But what we can do? How many points? No
Yeah,
idea.
well, like when you go into combat, if everyone agrees who the active leader is in the scene, you get a certain number of points.
Do we have a time limit to agree?
Yes.
Oh.
If the leader has influence over every teammate, add another team. If everyone has the same purpose in the fight, add another team. If any team member mistrusts the leader or the team, remove a team. If your team is ill-prepared or off balance, remove a team. So it says a lot about how you can get team things.
Yeah.
Just not what you can do with it.
Yeah,
It says
get
you can
extra
spend team
teams.
to act selfishly.
I don't remember. I remember talking about acting selfishly.
Well, it says, say how your actions ignore or insult your teammates. Remove one team from the pool and shift one label up and one label down, your choice. You can use this option after rolling to alter the label you're rolling with.
We had a customer ask if the camera was only pointing at the table so that nobody in the hallway would be seen.
It's pretty close. It's as close as I can get it.
That's what I figured.
Yes. Okay.
I don't think we need it at this exact
Yeah, I
moment.
don't think so either.
Did you want to assess the
Nope.
situation? You
Oh,
said?
I'm sorry. Because one of the things I kind of suspect is she might not be taking us to Helios.
Okay. Sure. Give me
like maybe to like some
give me
place
an
that's
assess the situation roll.
advantageous to her. All right, there we go. Here,
So it is 2 dice plus superior.
my superior is 0. Nope,
Yikes.
I failed to properly.
All right. So add some potential. Add some potential. So you're kind of watching her to see what she's doing, how she's doing it. Nothing seems out of the ordinary in what she is doing. You're trying to find out why you add potential
Yeah,
because you failed to roll.
It's
potential is okay.
yeah, it's on the front side of your.
Yeah.
All right.
We're playing a lot of games with failure bonus mechanics. I've noticed.
That is not deliberate. We're playing games that are of interest to me that aren't D&D and Pathfinder. I haven't been actively seeking out games that have a failure-based mechanic. It just happens to be that way.
Just to make sense as a mechanic.
Yeah, a lot of games do use it. So
Just have a
I say we just keep going with her.
okay. She she gets you to the north end of the city. It's probably like later part of the evening. And she tells you that I think I smell something. I'm getting the scent. I recognize Helios. It's that sunburnt smell.
Yeah. Okay.
And she starts pulling on her lead. One thing you've noticed, like the whole time she's been going, she hasn't walked anywhere. She's trotted. She's run, and the guards are basically sort of almost flying along with her. And you guys are kind of tired at this point. But I mean, it's you're doing your best to keep up. I mean, you're all physically fit. I don't know if any of you fly.
I do.
Oh,
I
okay.
teleport.
So you just kind of blink, blink, blink,
Yeah,
blink.
pretty much.
Great.
So
mean,
she's pulling on the lead at this point.
She's been pulling on the lead a lot, but right now she's starting to pull on it even more. And she's going sort of up a hill, which it's not uncommon. There's a few hills in town. You know that this is also near one of Halacron's subway intervals and subway stations.
Okay.
All right, so are we about to go down into the subway station?
You're kind of cresting the top of this hill as you see the subway car come shooting out of the tunnel, and there's this plume of white smoke coming off the front of the car that's
Okay.
pulling it, like it was a steam locomotive.
Okay.
When you look down at the cars itself, it's all brass and wood built, which is not at all normal. Like normally it's like a standard industrial gray steel locomotive.
Okay.
And this, it's not even really a locomotive. It looks like a stereotypical subway. And what's come out of this tunnel is this this locomotive. That's a steam-powered locomotive right now.
All right.
And
Does, from what I can see, does Luna look surprised by this as well?
give me a Pierce the Mask roll.
Okay. I got a 7, so on a 7 and 9, ask 1. What are you really planning? Or maybe, what are you really planning?
Okay. Her plan is to help you find Helios and stretch her legs as much as she possibly can. And you realize from your own experience on the boat and what you've read about it, the cells are pretty small. So for someone who is a wolf-like creature or a lupine, she has not been able to run probably in a year.
Got it.
Right, so that's why she's probably been running everywhere.
But in so doing, I don't get like this is exactly what I intended to happen for this.
No, this
locomotive to
is.
come out.
She's surprised by what she is seeing. You actually see her stop and like her paws. She drops to all four and her paws sort of like dig in like a dog trying to stop in a field or something after it's gone for a full run.
Got it. Daybreak turns to their companions and says, "The locomotive looks uglier than normal."
It's kind of weird. It's
Classic.
other than its appearance, is anything odd going on with this? Is the subway being pulled by an old style locomotive?
No, like the entire train
Okay.
is all wood and brass.
Very vintage.
No, it's
Steampunky.
Oh, see.
steampunky.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's definitely not vintage. It's almost fantasy-esque.
Luna,
Steampunk.
Final
What?
Fantasy.
Yeah. What?
is this where you sense Helio?
No, he's further down.
Is this his train?
What?
Helio isn't out on a train. He's he's not high level enough. I don't think. Or is this who's his boss guy?
Toroid. Helios is the guy Helios worked with in your open adventure.
Yeah.
That was Toroid.
Okay.
This would not be his thing either.
Alright.
You know of him. You don't know of anyone that's like this.
Okay.
The train is starting to pull away.
Do we jump on?
The train, or is
it going-
Helio down the tunnel where the train came from?
No, he's further along.
In front of the train?
Yeah. And she kind of points down towards like a warehouse area.
How far away is that?
A few blocks.
Like, will the train take us that way?
Probably, yeah. I will say, at this point, as the last of the cars are starting to, because it's the main lead car and about 5 cars after that. So as you guys are kind of having this conversation, the cars are pulling out, and you're starting to hear screaming coming from within the cars.
Either I hear the music of your culture, or your people are being harmed.
It's definitely like a panic.
Okay.
Daybreak takes off,
Okay.
flying towards where they think that
All right.
the screaming is coming from, and shouting for their
The
compatriots to follow.
the two guards that are there, one of them taps in his thing and shuts down all of Luna's powers, and the other one basically like lands, and you can sort of see like these clamps come out of his feet into the ground, and they're locking her down. While you guys do whatever it is you're doing.
All right.
And you shot off towards that.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Stay here.
teleport.
Okay. Where are you teleporting to?
The last car, I guess.
You're just going to teleport onto the top of the last car?
Can I teleport anything? Because it
Uh,
says I can overcome obstacles.
You would, if you want to do that, you're going to have to make the move roll for your type to see how much burn you generate. Okay, well you're reading that up. What are you guys doing?
All right. I run to the back of the train.
Plus condition.
And just jump.
Yep.
So that's
Okay.
whatever plus 6.
I'll do the same thing.
Okay.
Good thing I got a plus 6 because now I have
Plus. Oh yeah, because we were 7.
a 9. Mark a condition on a miss. Hold 3 burn and mark a condition.
Okay. You two leap onto the back of the train.
Okay.
And you're sort of on the last car. As Black Flame, how many burn did you generate?
3.
Okay, and you're using one of them to teleport on?
Yeah.
Okay, what car do you want to be on?
The last one.
The last one, so right beside these guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to save the burn and just jump on with them, or do you want to teleport because it's cooler? Actually, you know what? I'll let you teleport because it's cooler without spending a burn in this case because they were able to jump on.
Okay.
You
Yay.
fly down alongside the car, Daybreak. These humans look odd that are on this train.
Okay.
They they're dressed funny. They some of them are bigger. They've got like horns. Which I mean, I suppose you've seen, but you know, because I mean, the Wrecker has horns, right?
Yeah. Are they dressed like these primitive things that I've seen in museums? Like displays of primitive humans?
No.
Okay.
I would say they are more dressed like things you've seen on TV.
Oh, okay.
Like characters from a movie
Okay.
or from a TV show.
Got it.
Like they look like something out of Game of Thrones in some
Okay.
cases.
Okay.
So like Nordic.
And is that
Fantasy.
where the screaming is coming from? This.
In the car, yeah.
car.
People are looking around. They don't know what's going on. There's one car where this guy is about 9 feet tall. He's got like ram type horns. His skin is green and bubble and like kind of puckered, and he's got like moss on him and stuff. And he is freaking out and like flailing around.
Okay, then.
So you're kind of seeing that.
Yeah, Daybreak is sort of like calling over to.
And that's on the middle car.
Okay. Calling over for Stonefist and Wrecker and Black Flame to.
Okay. So I guess you and we start going through the back car.
Okay, so you drop down into the car.
Yep.
There's in between the two cars. There's obviously like a well, not obviously, but in this case there is like an old timey landing.
Okay.
Where there's little platforms and you can kind of step between the two cars. You see different, like right into the car, as you guys look to the right and left, you see what look like a variety of people. The cars are unlike normal subway cars with, you know, the plastic form seats. These are all like, you know, old style train cars. Like they've got like red. The last car actually has like nice puffy red seats, and they've got like cushions on them.
Okay.
and everyone in there's very they're dressed like nicely. They're some of them are like short, like a dwarf with long beard, and some of them clearly have pointed ears, and they're like touching their ears, like like they look surprised by this.
By us or by
No, they're touching their ears and they're kind of surprised by it.
Oh.
Can I use one of my powers, worship?
Sure.
You put out a tremendous display of your might. Spend one burn to awe an audience into silence, respect, and attention when you unleash your powers.
Okay, so what are you doing that is going to put on that display of awe? So for the fiction, in order to use that move, the fiction has to match what it is. The story has to match what it is that you're trying to do.
And so they're all freaking out because
Well, they're freaking out because something's happened to them. You don't really know what. So you're trying to put on a display of power right now, and if you want to do that move, you have to put on a display of power that will get their attention.
I'm gonna shout something like, "Hey, I kind of point at my tech and flame my hands or like just kind of you know like just have the power."
Okay,
Like-
so that's not really an awesome display of your power. Like an awesome display of your power might be, I apologize, I don't know exactly what your power is. I'm kind of picturing you like Green Lantern almost so far. Is that
No, it's more like Captain Marvel.
okay? So a lot of strength. Would that be fair to say?
Like
More
power.
like the energy thing she does.
I don't know what it is you're referring to as.
Or
Sorry.
shooting energy beams.
Like the glowy when she starts
Yeah, but
glowing.
that's just an aspect of like the visual display of her power, right? Like she's super strong. She can fly through space at faster than light speeds. And what is it like? You want to awe and wow these people, so you need to do something that would do that. Dancing bits of fiery flame between your hands is not going to do that. It's not going to grab their attention. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Can I just like yell really loud?
Again, that's not an awesome display of your power.
You probably need to be outside to do
Like you would need to encase the entire train in your black flames and do something to the train, or something along those lines.
Yeah, don't do that, Boomer.
I mean, that's not like his black flame doesn't necessarily mean it's going to burn everyone alive, right?
Yeah.
He could try and encase it and slow the train down and bring it to a stop. He could, there's lots of things you can do. I just don't know exactly what it is that your power does.
Because it just says here like cosmic energy.
Okay. So it's up to you to kind of define what cosmic energy does. Like I know, like if we're talking Captain Marvel, who uses quantum energy and things like that, she's super strong. So you could fly to the front of the train and try and stop it. You could, I don't know, derail the train.
I could do that. I could like damage the track at one point and like, just.
Okay, it's up to you what you want to try and do.
Yeah,
So
I think I'll-
you're trying to figure that out right now. I'm just going to move to the next person while you try and decide. Okay,
Okay.
it is not unleashing powers.
So
Unleashing powers is something
where
different.
are we?
You're
We're
doing-
just on the
No,
next
but
card.
when you unleash your power.
Yeah.
what
Those
is
people
that?
who seem like panicking,
Worship.
confused.
You put on a
and-
tremendous display
Touching
of
your new
might,
appendages.
spend one burn
Yeah.
to awe an audience into silent respect and attention when you unleash your
Okay,
powers.
so then you're going
I
to
think
do
we
an
should just
unleash your power move
keep
then,
walking to
and
the
you're
next
trying to
card.
basically take the train off the track. Is that what you're trying to
Yeah,
do?
like
Okay,
Oh dear.
not like knock it
Is this
over
a
or
situation?
anything, just kind of like
And,
lift the whole thing up and just
how-
move
how
it
do
to
you
the
guys
side off the
end
tracks
this
and stop it.
more or less. Yeah.
Okay,
Which one's that? Oh yeah.
okay, so give me a roll then and unleash those powers, young man.
Or
Minus
who's in the greatest
6.
danger? Or?
Okay.
So it is unleashing your powers. Is a roll
He's about to
plus
derail the car,
3.
so let's just hold on to him.
Oh yeah, right. And no, hopeless would be -2 to unleash your power, but none of these would affect the unleash power, right?
That's correct. Only the
Okay.
one.
Okay, I don't even have anything there, so it's fine. Plus freak. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13.
13. All right. So you
I just kind of teleport outside and like grab the train, put my feet in the ground, and pull.
and so you just like lifting it up over your head and putting it behind you. Describe this.
More like I'm like, so you know how the wheels have an outside and then the rim on the inside so that
Yeah.
it doesn't derail.
Sure.
I kind of like slightly bending that so that it goes over the track.
Okay. Ultimately, what do you want to have happen?
I wanted to just kind of slide off to the side a little. So that-
Okay, so it's off, you want the train off the track.
Yes.
Okay. You have unleashed your powers. Your energy, your black flame energy, has encased the train. All of the little wheels have basically been bent out, so that none of them are locked in, and the whole thing just sort of lifts up off the cart, off the track, and comes down beside the track and stopped. And everyone's like, "Oh my god!" They're freaking out still, but they're kind of like just staring at what you did. I mean, that was a massive display of power. So make sure you mark off one of your burn, and you've got the worship effect going as well.
My pencil though. I had a pencil up.
I have no idea.
Good thing I wasn't in them. Oh my too.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I would like to roll assess the situation.
Assess the situation. All right.
There's a derailed track and a bunch of D&D has affected the world.
So 9 plus.
There would be 9
1.
plus your superior.
Yeah, so 10.
Okay. So on a 10, you get to ask 2 of the questions.
Okay. How could we best end this quickly?
Calming everybody down.
Okay.
Because really, it is not a threat where people are in danger.
Okay.
It is a threat where people are panicked.
Yeah. Okay.
Turn to awe an audience into silence.
Just
Okay.
I just tell everybody like, okay, everybody, just calm down. We're here to solve the issue with the train derailing. Just remain calm. We're working on it as soon as we
Okay.
can.
Did you want to ask your other question now, or do you want to hold that question?
I'll hold it.
Okay. So remember, you have one more question and assess the situation.
Okay.
Okay.
So on the car, you've told everybody that there's this big monster, okay, and that's in the middle car. You sort of set it out over the comms to all of you.
Okay. I'm gonna head out towards the. You stay here. I'm gonna head out towards Daybreak
Okay.
to see what this big monster thing is.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So I rush off to the next car.
All right. You rush through the car. A lot of the people in the car are kind of standing there, staring out the window at the black flame,
I just kind of start looking a little nervous.
and they're definitely staying, out of your way.
Okay.
The train car itself is again just as sort of nice as the last one was, and you get through it no problem. You get into the middle car, and you've got this car's different than the last ones. It seems to be sort of not as nice.
Yep.
Okay, you've got this, what could best be described as maybe an ogre or a troll
Okay.
at the far end of the car. He's kind of bulging a little bit at the sides of the car, and people are freaking out, and he's sort of flailing about a bit. There's a couple of the best way to describe them is dwarves on the ground that have been knocked down.
Okay.
They are bleeding, and you've got this troll who's trying to get up and get out of the car.
Okay.
What are you doing?
All right. Okay. I guess I just begin my. Sounding like can somebody tell me what's going on in here? it looks like it looks like some kind of Comic-Con convention.
We were on our way to work. On our way home from work, because it's the night train, an evening train, and we're going through the tunnel, and everything got like this. And at this point, you see the troll grab one of the cars, or like not one of the cars, but one of the chairs, rip it up, and he throws it
Oh.
towards you. I need you to actually sort of throwing it at the crowd of people.
Oh, okay.
Can you tell if this is like?
Wait, when you defend someone or something
not
for
there.
an immediate threat. Okay, I guess I'm going to do. I have to defend them.
Okay.
Or I'm going to defend. I'm going to defend someone or something from an immediate threat.
Okay.
For
So how are
NPC
you?
threats?
How are you defending this?
All right.
You've got earth all around you, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's basically it. I rip a hunk of earth out of the ground and through a window of a train car that's about the same size as this chair.
The
that's
object?
coming up. Yeah,
Okay.
and just throw it in front with just blocking it, just
Sure.
intercepting it.
Sure. Give me
So you're an earthbender.
Yeah, I'm geokinesis.
Ah. That makes sense.
Oh.
This is not good. It's a 1. And
Oh!
oh, it's Snake Eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
Bum, bum.
All right.
Hold on, what's my bonus on this?
Don't think it's that good.
Yeah.
No, it's not gonna be that good.
I don't think it's.
It only
It would
goes up
be
to
Savior,
3.
by the
Yeah,
way.
that's a 0 for me. So yeah.
Okay.
So that's a
When you defend someone from an immediate threat, roll Savior on NPCs on a hit, keep them safe on a 7 to 9. It costs you. Okay, so you have failed.
You're
This thing. So your energy, your
For
earth effect, Tim,
Yep.
or Stonefist has
there'd be, like,
smashed
four sides
through the side of the car just as the thing actually passed by it. So it sort of smashes in the car and it hits the people. Unfortunately, because of the snake eyes, your glass shards that you basically sprayed the crowd with are also going to do damage.
Oh, no.
So a lot of people are bleeding at this point. Several people have been knocked down, and you've basically ripped a hole into the train
yes.
car on the opposite side of Daybreak. And the troll is moving to basically and stepping outside.
Okay.
Okay?
So it is like stepping outside.
Yep,
at this
it is
point?
coming outside.
So
So-
Daybreak would have been able to see this whole.
Yeah, oh yeah, you Daybreak from where you were flying along, you could totally see this exchange.
Got it.
So, would you be able to tell if that throwing chair thing was like something because of the transformation, or just him doing it?
Well, if he was a normal person, he wouldn't have been able to rip a chair off the
Yes,
train.
but like, did he have control over it, or was it just like?
You're not in that section of the car.
Okay, that's what I thought. But gotta try anyways.
You would also have to assess the situation to do that. What is Daybreak's power set? It's like emotions, isn't it?
No, Daybreak has. Well, in this form, I can fly. I'm pretty tough, and I have heliokinesis.
Okay.
But then when I turn into my like glowing form, I have stunning beauty, which
Okay.
yeah, essentially charming them. I think Daybreak probably they can tell that this person is still panicked. Like,
Oh
they're
yeah,
not necessarily-
whatever this creature is, or whatever this person is,
Yeah.
is afraid and panicked.
So
That's
Daybreak sort of like shoots like over him and lands on the ground in front
In front of him.
in
Okay.
front of him, and like is extending a tentacle and is like starting to glow with Daybreak's like charm ability. So like,
Okay.
Daybreak's like glowing self is exiting from its normal form, trying to charm it, like trying to almost calm it down, like
Okay.
Chillax.
yeah, like calming it with its presence. I don't know if that's like unleash power or
I'm gonna say. I would say it's directly engage a threat.
okay.
And basically, what you're doing is you're going to try and impress the opposition.
Got it.
Because then there's some weird combos you can
Uh-oh. So I got a 7, but then I have a -1, so I ended up with a failure.
That would be a failure. All right.
Wait, you got a. What do you got a -1 for?
Danger.
Ah. So you're not that
When you trade blows with an
dangerous.
NPC, the team march out of the
I
PC's
don't know. I
condition.
guess I'm not good in danger? Assumedly.
Do you have any conditions marked?
No, sir.
Because danger is the gauge of how dangerous other people think you are.
It, as you kind of appear as your energy form to try and start to charm it, this creature basically like reaches up out of the way and just like
Backhand?
and backhands you, sending you flying.
Okay.
You are afraid.
Okay.
You've never been hit like this in your charming form.
Got it.
And the creature is starting to run into the night at this point.
Wait, so does your charming form separate from your body?
My body's now just laying on the ground. My tentacle form.
Sort of like
is laying.
huddle.
Yes.
Okay.
So it looks like
And
a
my
giant-
glowing form looks like a human. Like
It's humanoid?
Yep.
Okay. What are you guys doing? You've got this troll-like creature who's panicked and freaked out, running into the night. You've got the train itself off the rails, and you've got other people on the train that are pretty panicked as well. Although a lot of them are kind of staring at you. No one's because you've just awed them. No one's gone to the front of the car yet to see what's happened there.
Actually, that's what I was gonna ask.
Okay. What did you want to ask? You're heading to the front?
Yeah,
Okay. The front of the car, there is
or the front of the train.
in front of the train. Sorry. It's instead of being what you've been on the subway. Normally, it would be like a normal everyday partial car, and then there'd be a little control room.
Yeah.
What this now is there is sort of a
The conductor's cabin.
a conductor's cabin, and then the engine. The engine is all brass and copper and tubes, and the
Sprouting steam from weird
yeah,
places.
sprouting steam from various places. There's a couple of long canisters along the side. And then there's this engine compartment, and standing in it in a conductor's uniform with sort of this leathery apron is
goggles.
and goggles.
Not wearing them though.
No, it's above his head right now, and he's you can see his face is actually clean. Like it's not like a coal engine or anything.
A sooty engine.
No, the engine is not producing soot. But you do get he's got like long sort of pointed ears, almost goblin-like.
Is he greenish?
Gray.
Gray.
And he's what's happened? Why is my train changed?
Because you seem to have got the wrong time here.
Oh no, it's and he rattles off today's date and year, but I don't know how to use the. Wait, I do know how to use this heat crystal. And you see him kind of turn and he points, and there's a glowing red gem in where the soot and coal would go, and it's sort of slowly, and you see him. He reaches over and he sort of waves his hand at it, and the glow sort of dims out of it. I know how to do that.
Do you? When did this start exactly? Did you?
We were passing through the tunnel.
And then, can you describe to me how the change started? Did the train just poof become a locomotive, or did it like slowly transform?
One minute it was dark. I was reading my book, and I was reading my tablet, and he reaches over and he picks up a paperback book now, and we crossed through it. There's this sort of a red glow, and then everything changed. All right. So you're talking with this is going to take a few minutes of talking. Wrecker, what are you doing? You're in sort of the back car in between the second or the fifth and fourth car.
Yeah, I just kind of look around and I just ask some people, I'm like, were you originally human before?
Okay. We were human, and so this high-pitched elven voice.
Okay. And when did this happen?
You're getting basically the same answer.
Yeah, okay.
Same
Yeah.
information.
I just didn't want to assume
Yeah.
because I'm not in this.
No, they describe sort of going through the tunnel, a red glow,
Okay.
and then the train converting.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stonefist.
All right. It's like, I better go after this troll.
Okay.
So, go running out of the train. Am I catching up to the troll, or do I need to accelerate myself some way?
I mean, it's
He's stumbling about, or
it's panicked. It's a fear run from this troll. And it's bigger than you, so its stride is probably twice as much as yours.
okay.
So unless you have some super speed type ability, without using your powers, you are not going to catch up to it in time.
Okay. So I guess I do use my powers,
Okay.
and I rip a hunk of ground out under myself,
Okay.
and I levitate that myself on the ground forward really fast.
Okay.
Of course, you're the dude in
You're Magneto, but with dirt.
Teen Titans. Terra.
Terra.
Dirt name.
that's not what I was gonna say.
Okay. Well,
That was one of her main modes of.
it was. She would pick up dirt and throw it. Okay. So what are you doing?
All right,
You're chasing after the troll with dirt now.
Yep. My little dirt carpet.
Yep.
Gotta catch up.
Okay,
But my goal is to like overtake him, and I start like shouting beside him as I'm going while I try to comfort him and say like, I know you can. I'll do my role, but this is how I'm going to do it.
Sure.
And it's like. You were human at the start of the day, and something strange happened in the tunnel. I promise you, we're going to find out what happened to you, but you just have to stop and listen to me. We're going to go. We're going to find out and change you back.
All right. I need comforter support. It is roll plus mundane.
6 plus 0 is 6.
Holes are not
Okay.
Everyone
Rolls
my
are
dice-
not your friend, guys.
I keep getting ones on one of my dices.
Comfort.
Dice. Dice.
If only you'd bought that really expensive dice tower, then we could blame that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, why would you want to blame the really expensive? Because then you never use it again, and then it's just
Comfort and
dead weight.
support.
Here, they got potential air conditioning or shift labels.
So how do you like change the size on a 3D printer?
No, just in the program. You just
I'm gonna say they were already afraid,
Kinda like resizing the window.
and rather than clearing a condition, they're actually going to be hopeless at this point. They are getting the impression that, there's no real heroes here, right? Like there's a
Okay,
bunch of
ouch.
kids,
Ouch.
and he's like, "You're just a kid. Get away from me!" And he turns and he punches at you.
Yeah.
Well, he's angry and upset at this point, and hopeless. So, and well, he's a troll and he's violent. So give me a. He's just going to knock you off your dirt. I'm not going to give you a. Do you have any conditions?
I have no conditions right now.
I will give you. I'm going to say you're a little insecure after this. You're not. He's kind of talking down to you. He's talking like you don't know what you're doing.
Credibility.
Okay.
Okay.
So Daybreak sort
Instead
of
of riding the dirt, I'm eating dirt now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daybreak sort of like shakes their head and like has never been hit like that and is not like is frightened of getting hit like that, but seeing Stonefist like ride by on the dirt,
Okay.
Daybreak sort of like snaps back to it and flies over to their
Their
corporeal
fight.
body.
Okay.
And then like scoops it up and then like with the new body like starts flying after
Okay.
them.
Sure.
I guess sees Stonefist get punched in
All
the
right.
face off of the thing, and
Yep.
I'm gonna say that like Daybreak's probably like is afraid to to like get right up close and personal with it again and try and charm it.
Okay.
So Daybreak is gonna almost like trying to stay away, like using. So Daybreak has like heliokinesis, and is the sun completely set or?
No, it isn't yet.
Okay, so like sort of like draws on some of that power, and like sort of like almost is surrounded by this light and is sort of using it to try and trip the troll.
Okay,
Trying to like, shoot it out.
So you're solar powered.
Yeah.
Give me a directly engage the threat.
Okay.
Again.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I end up with a 1.
You
Double
end up
snake
with a
eyes?
1.
No. Oh.
He is nowhere near a spot where he can hit you, so he's not going to do any damage back to you.
Okay.
But you definitely don't do anything to him.
Okay.
This big troll just sort of like powers past whatever you were doing.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. It is nearing the highway at this point. This will be your last opportunity to try and stop it before it gets onto the highway.
Got it.
And there are cars obviously going past it, right?
Okay.
Okay. So you're in the front engine room. You've just seen this burst of bright light off in the distance, which you know is Daybreak's power.
I kind of look over, consider my options, and go, excuse me for a second,
Okay.
and then run.
You're running. Okay. They've had like 2 rounds of moving, and they both fly. You're not going to get to them this round to take part in anything. Wrecker.
Yeah, I see the bright light and just peep outside and see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've seen pretty much. You
Yeah.
can see what's happened. Are you going to chase after them? Or are you going to?
Yeah, I'll run towards.
I will say because you're larger, you're a minotaur.
Yeah.
You can act this round, but you'll be
Okay.
at a -1.
Okay. So just
Because you'll be like out of breath or something.
He's just pushing himself. And what are you doing? You're like attacking? Before you make your roll, you should tell me what you're doing.
yeah. Yeah. Can I use one of my bull moves?
Sure. What does it
Punch everyone. Whenever you charge into a fight without hedging your bets, you can shift your danger up and any other label down.
do? Okay. So basically, you're charging headfirst
Yeah.
into this fight.
Yeah.
Literally? Probably?
Literally, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll get to increase your danger by 1
Okay.
on your labels,
Alright,
and you
so-
have to decrease another one down by 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is gonna be permanently.
Well,
Or for
as permanent as any of your labels get,
Okay.
right? Your
So-
labels are always moving up and down in this game.
Oh, okay. So my danger is +2, so it'll go to +3.
Yep.
And I'll move freak from +1 to 0.
Okay.
Oh, it's just the charging.
It's a power
All
card.
right. And
Okay,
then-
so you charge in and try and power through the.
So 5 + 3, 8. And then
8.
you said -1, so 7 again?
7 is
Yeah.
still a partial success.
Okay.
That's all we can hope for at this point.
So on a partial success, you are going to get to pick one of the following. You can resist or avoid their blows. You can take something from them. You can create an opportunity for your ally, which would, like, for example, you could maybe knock him off his feet
Yeah.
to give like a bonus to someone else.
Yeah.
Really, those are kind of the ones. You're surprising the creature already.
I'll
so-
resist the blow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't take anything,
Yeah.
and you just kind of knock him to the side,
Yeah.
but you don't stop him.
Yeah.
Per se.
Yeah.
Okay. Because had you not resisted the blow, you would have taken a condition.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Stonefist, you've been knocked into the dirt.
All right. It's like, all right, I tried playing nice, but now I'm going to apply a little force.
Okay.
to help you bring it to your senses. So I'm directly engaging the threat. I'm spinning a whole whirl, like a cyclone of just dirt, just hundreds of chunks of like 6 inch to 2 foot hunks of dirt all around him.
Okay.
Like, so he can't easily penetrate this, and the goal is to bring him to a stop, or impress him, do something. All right, we'll see how I roll
I was
here.
going to say, who knows?
I rolled a 5 with my dangerous +2, so I got a 7.
Hey,
Okay. All right. So 7 would be.
I get to pick one.
You get to pick one. Yeah.
All right.
You are doing this at range, and he's not a ranged creature, so he can't do anything bad to you.
All right.
Impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition?
Let's see. Basically, I'm going to let's create it. What does create an opportunity for my allies?
That would give
Mechanics.
one of your allies a bonus to their next action. He's got a big sun-powered attack that he could do,
Alright.
and so if you do that,
The sunbeam.
All right. I'm going to go for impressing him then. I think. It's like he's like. I guess he comes to a stop almost. He comes to a stop.
You could turn. Okay, so you're just stopping him.
Yeah, he's like stops in the wall,
Okay.
in the maelstrom of
All right.
chunks of rocks and dirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. I'm just gonna take us for a quick pause. Okay.
Terrific.
Hey everybody, thanks for the quick break. I appreciate it. All right, so you have stopped this troll in this swirling cloud of dirt, and you are where? What are you doing, Daybreak?
I am going to. Is the swirling dirt still surrounding the troll, or is it sort of like die down after it's sort of stumbled?
He's stopped. I've impressed him. He's taken me seriously again, I think.
Yeah.
So I collapse it all.
Okay. So then Daybreak will sort of like land in front of him again.
Okay.
Take like a big deep breath and drop into their glowing form again.
Okay.
And this time, sort of like reach out. Daybreak reaches out their hand, and with this sort of now stopped in their tracks troll. I know you are going through something chaotic, but I assure you, you are from America, and you have the strength to withstand this. You are the greatest that humanity can offer. You must calm down for the sake of us all.
Okay.
So in doing so, I'm trying to support or comfort.
Okay. Sure.
I also have the ability, the best of them. When I tell them how they exemplify the best parts of Earth, I get to roll freak instead of mundane.
Okay.
So I sort of tell them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like you've got this. You kind of like
Okay.
you're calming him down. You're looking at you've explained to him. You know, this is what you can offer. This is good.
Okay. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna let you roll a third dice and say you had the equivalent of advantage,
Got it.
and you can pick the highest of the 3 dice because you've got the troll stopped. You've already, and you've really tapped into who he is. You're reminding him that he is an American.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so then in that case, I got a 10.
Okay. You don't add all 3 of them together.
in
you
that
take,
case, I
you take
got-
the highest of the highest 2,
An 8.
an 8.
No. Oh, sorry. If I add all the highest 2, then I did get a 10.
Okay, so you would yeah. Okay, what's your freak bonus?
Plus 2.
Okay. So you can
Clear condition or shift. So if they are if
on
they
a
have
hit
conditions-
they hear you. It's interesting. They would mark potential. That's cool. I didn't know that. And so you can clear probably the angry
right.
condition.
Yeah.
This troll has, and he kind of calms down. He's like, "Oh, sorry.
It is okay.
I don't want to hurt anyone, but I had to get away."
Sounds like Luna.
I only got so many voices,
I know.
guys.
Yes, I understand. This new form of yours is frightening.
Oh,
I'm sure.
it is.
I know what you are feeling, but I assure you, with the help of my friends and this great country and Earth, we will heal you and we will return you to your natural state. And as I'm sort of talking this, my power like you can almost see like waves emanating from me towards the troll.
I can just sort of picture this sort of like this frame in the comic where the troll is standing there. You've got this like gelatinous puddle behind you and this sort of glowing, beautiful human form with the waves of energy washing off you onto him. At this point, he has stopped. You are starting to see sirens off in the distance that are coming towards this clearly a clear occurrence. And the troll is ready to calmly walk back to the train.
Got it.
Okay. It is 9 o'clock. This is about when we normally stop anyways.
Yep.
Do we want to stop at this point, or do you guys want to see what's in the tunnel?
Let's wait till the church gets back.
All right, then we'll pause the game here tonight, folks. Thank you for joining us. We hope you had a good time. We will be back next week, Thursday, with more masks, a new generation. And thank you for watching, and we're glad that you
We are
exist.
glad that you exist.
Bye.